Hi, my name is Debbie Novo. I've been working out at IPT since April of 2017. It's great because I've been coming for a long time and been consistent, and it's a nice recognition to know that you appreciate that I've been coming, and really enjoying coming back. So far since April, I've actually lost 65 pounds. And I have really gained a lot of extra strength and just endurance. When I do cardio, it's a lot easier. I can kick higher, a turbo kick, those kind of things. And I've just been much more comfortable doing weightlifting and being able to challenge myself. I think my most surprising thing is the fact that doing cardio really isn't enough. And that it really needs to be a combination of the weight training and the nutrition, and how I thought I was eating healthy, but when you get down to it, it really was not whole foods. It was a lot of processed foods that had extra ingredients in them, and just really how much the full view needs to be taken into account, the weight training and the nutrition. When I was in high school, I did Weight Watchers, and I lost a lot of weight through it, but none of the food that I was eating was real food. And at the time, I didn't realize how bad the food I was eating was. It was all diet food, so to speak. And needless to say, I went to college and I gained all that weight back and more, and have always been overweight since. So I've tried other things on and off and thought I was making permanent good changes, but it was just not enough, and decided I needed some more focus. So the first thing was, it's super close to my house. It's not even a mile away. So I would know that I would make it here. There's no excuse why I can't be here. And then once I came in and started talking to Gabby and started meeting people, I could tell that it was a good place to be and really enjoyed it. So I think it's the consistent accountability, being able to come multiple days a week, spending quality time here, and getting that support, and then the follow-up outside of just checking in, how are things going, those kind of things, to keep it consistent. And I just think the fact that it's been, again, all-encompassing, nutrition and the training. The best thing about IPT is just everyone that you come across is super supportive, always friendly. Everyone's got a smile every day. And it's really encouraging when you don't want to walk through the door, but you somehow made it here and you make it through your workout. And it's actually fun. There's a lot of good groups that I've been working with, and good dynamics, and just a lot of fun. I think starting to see the results, and even if I don't see the weight results, I think in the scans, what I really like is, I'm a data person, so the weight might have not been what I thought it was going to be, but like the lean muscle mass ratios might have changed during that time period, so I saw something with a better result at some point in time. So I think that's what's kept me going, and just, again, the atmosphere and wanting to come. So it started out pretty easy because it was like lower weights and, not as much pressure on that. It was more the metabolic, being more active kind of focus. And now I'm getting into more of the true weight training and having to push myself to lift heavier weights, etc. And I need to learn how to trust the process and make sure that I know that that's the right thing I need to do. And when you see the results, as I shifted from more the metabolic to the real weight lifting, so to speak, I could really see the results improve. So I think it is down to just trusting the process. So I started with one-on-ones and working with both Mike and Vince for about 6 months. And the one-on-ones were good. It was a good transition because I had come from doing a lot of cardio classes. I knew that I wasn't good at doing machines, so that was another reason why I liked IPT. It wasn't all machines. And so it was a good transition to go from more active cardio into adding weights and trying some different exercises I hadn't done before and really seeing what I could do. And then transitioning from that into the group sessions, working with Josh, what's been good, that's when I really had to push myself and get more into lifting heavier weights and really seeing the results of pushing myself in that area. So that was good. So I do like the group sessions now, and again, trusting the process to see the results. So I think the nutrition was a big part of it. I was looking for a full service place that would do both, because I had done a lot of cardio and was consistent doing cardio and being active, but it just wasn't enough. And recognizing really, what I thought was healthy is not really healthy, and seeing the results and being able to now make better choices and just know what works and doesn't work for me personally. So accountability is great, twofold. One is working with Kathy on the nutrition. Even before I started working with Kathy, both Mike and Vince would check in and check on nutrition, etc. And I asked Amy for some assistance too, so that was great. So I just keeping that accountability on the nutrition has been good. And then in terms of coming in and doing the group sessions, again, Josh is very diligent to make sure, the form is correct, etc. So I feel comfortable I'm doing the right thing, and can feel comfortable to add more weight, because I've got that constant feedback to say I'm doing it right, or adjust here or adjust there. So that accountability has been great. So my advice would be, again, trust the process, number one. And if you do question, just ask the questions, ask your trainer, why are we doing this? Why did it change from last week? And I've gotten a lot of great feedback on, oh, here's why we're doing this, we're gonna do this next week, and here's how it's gonna change. Especially when I got kind of bored with some of the workouts and said, hey, this is kind of repetitive. Okay, here's what we're doing, here's why, and here's how it's gonna change. And it's always been a better experience as I find out that information. So I would say trust the process and just ask questions. If you're not sure why you're doing something, just ask a question. I'd like to say that I have had a great experience here and really enjoyed it, and obviously saw lots of results, and looking forward to continuing my journey.